Hi students, Dr. Cohen here. Happy Friday. I'm going to go over some things that will hopefully be helpful to you moving forward. First of all, thank you all for your patience, and those of you that didn't have patience, I'm sorry. But I'm talking specifically about the perusal. I did finally meet with the folks, and I think I've got things straightened out. So one of the things that I need you all to do is to go back into Folio, and for the first 5 readings, if it's not already in the grade book, which you can check to see if it's in the grade book, go into that reading from Folio, just go through and access the reading from Folio, access the reading in perusal. Once you do that, just go in and access it, then come back out, access the next one. Your grades for each one of those readings will populate into the grade book. Nothing's lost, but they're not going to move over unless either you do that or I do that. So I'm asking you to do that and get your grades over into from perusal into the grade book. Go into Folio, find the reading link for the assignment, and click on it and go into perusal that way. And that should take care of getting them populated and into the grade book. If you still have any questions or problems, please let me know. So today I am talking to you. It is February 4th, Friday. Your discussion to the initial discussion was due 2 days ago. And by 11 o'clock tonight, you should have your response post. Try and remember that the initial post is due, and then 2 days later, the response post is due. Follow the course schedule as opposed to the deadline in the discussion. The deadline in the discussion is for your response post. And that's so that I have the initial post due a few days before, because your responses are based on what other people have posted. And if I don't separate those by a couple of days, you won't necessarily have anybody to respond to because you may be the first person to post. So that's why I've set that up in that way. We are moving on, so no perusals for a little while. We're moving on to this book, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's an older book. You should be able to get an electronic copy, I believe, through the library for free. You can also order used copies for very little money. I happen to think it's an excellent book, brings up a lot of different ways of looking at things that we've already discussed: cumulative inequality theory, life course perspective, all of those things. He doesn't necessarily call it those things, but they are discussed in the book. And the whole idea is kind of why it is that some people succeed and other people don't, and what are the sociological forces that cause that to happen. That book, unlike your perusal readings, that book is actually evaluated by online quizzes. So starting on the 7th, which would be next Monday, you'll have assigned readings and outliers. There are 2 quizzes. On the 15th is the quiz for the introduction through chapter 5. And then on the 22nd is the quiz for chapter 6 through the epilogue. Your quizzes consist of 2, I think it's two open-ended questions. I think they are each 250 words. I will tell you right now, I have a very large question set for each of these quizzes. So you'll be pulling from maybe 30 questions and you'll only get 2 of them. So, and you only get 1 chance to take it. So make sure you've done the reading and done some highlighting and note taking or whatever it is that you do to prepare. And then now I'm just saying that, I don't even remember how much time you all have to take that, but let me just look and see if I can get that answer real quick. Wow. So let's see, for your quizzes, you get 1 chance to take it, and you have 40 minutes to answer 2 questions. The other thing is, because there's a word limit, I strongly recommend you type your answer into a Word document so you can pay attention to the words, because you'll lose points if you don't have that whole 250. The other thing that'll do is you'll have red underlined for your spelling errors and blue underlined for your grammar and other mechanical errors, so you can fix those, and then you can just copy and paste that into the quiz. So do it. I wouldn't type it into the quiz itself, because then you won't know how many words, and you won't be able to have that extra help with mechanical errors, and both of those count. Okay, the other thing I wanted to get a chance to talk to you about, well, let me just say one other thing. I am in the process of grading your TED Talks. They are excellent. I am really, really enjoying them. And I really appreciate that some of you made an animated PowerPoint. Some of you did a video that you uploaded to YouTube. Lots of different ways of doing that. And I'm very supportive of that. There is no one right way. And I'm glad that people took advantage and kind of did it the way that was going to work for you. I am going to be curating those and getting them up on the Google Drive, so you can access them later. You're going to need those for discussion 3, but discussion 3 is not due till the 23rd of February, and you'll be watching other people's TED Talks and their presentations, and that's what you're going to respond to for the discussion 3. But it's going to take me a little while to get through them all. I am doing the best I can with that. So hopefully by the middle of next week, I'll have completed going through all of your TED Talks and grading them. But what I really wanted to talk to you about today, and I've already started to get some emails from folks, I want to talk to you about your final project. The first part of that, I'm going to go ahead and screen share. The first part of that project is coming due. So that's the topic statement. That's due next Tuesday. I just want to make you aware of that. So this is the final project. The overview of the entire assignment can be found in the course orientation. So if you want to find an overview of everything from beginning to end, it's up there. That's also, by the way, where you will find the document that has a list of potential topics. You're going to do a research assignment that is going to take you all semester, and the first thing is to pick your topic. So you're going to have a research question, and remember, it has to have an aging focus. And I think about age as time and life together, right? So you're not going to want to talk about adolescence as a stage, except maybe how adolescence contributes to adulthood, or childhood contributes to adolescence, those kinds of things. So anyway, this is the various components. You can see it's worth 410 points, which is it's 41% of your final grade, so it's a lot. The topic statement is worth 35 points, or 3.5% of your final grade. But anyway, let's go over the topic statement. So the topic statement consists of a single paragraph where you describe both an overview of your topic and a research question. And remember, questions end, the end of the question, it ends with a question mark. So don't forget to put your research question. A lot of people make that error in this part of the assignment. They put in a whole description of what they're going to cover, but they never tell me specifically, this is my research question. And you do need an actual question, because at the end, one of the assignments is to tell me how you answered it, right? So you can't answer a question that you don't ask. So include an overview. It says 3 to 4 sentences describing your research question and an outline for your project. By the way, this also gives you an opportunity to get some feedback from me. I've already had some questions about, is this too narrow? Is this too broad? You'll get that response from me as well when I read through the topics. You can statements. You'll see that in my comments. Be sure to follow the rubric for the assignment. This is the rubric. Research question is provided. 3 to 4 sentences describing your topic, and then the topic is clearly aging related. Okay, so those are the things I'm going to be using to grade your topic statement. So make sure that you read through the rubric when you're preparing your writing. That is all for today. I really appreciate those of you that have been sending me questions through email. Some of you have been showing up in my office hours. Please know that I'm here to be supportive of all of you. Sometimes I know when courses are asynchronous and online, it can feel like there's not a lot of connection between you and the professor. So please know that I am here for you. I'm happy to be supportive in any way that I can. And also don't forget that you can reach out to each other. And it has been helpful to me that there is a group meet and that you all have been talking to each other. And that's how I get some of the questions and concerns. So you can email me directly, but you can also talk about this with your fellow students. Anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. And I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my afternoon watching the rest of your TED Talk presentations. Thank you. Bye-bye.